Hey everyone, me Kevin here. So this is a little bit more on the serious side. So we have to talk about what happened with the cryptocurrency hackback by the FBI and how it probably went down. We've got some US Department of Justice documents here and, well, I think it's worth going through. So it's pretty interesting. Listen into this, but I just want to be very, very clear. I was led onto this story through a potential third-party source. Everything you're about to hear could be complete BS or straight up false. But I'm also going to show you some documents from justice.gov that seem to corroborate exactly what's going on, so who knows? In which case, let's get right into it. So folks, you know that cryptocurrencies have recently dropped, and they've recently dropped due to the belief that potentially the FBI was able to just hack into people's wallets, their cryptocurrency wallets, and somehow take their coins back, which gave a lot of concern to, wait a minute, this is a potential problem. Well, folks, listen to this. So the story that I heard, and huge shout out to the unnamed person who helped out with this, but anyway, here's the story that we have. Apparently, the way the FBI was able to get the crypto coins back, Bitcoin, back, that were stolen through the Colonial Pipeline hack, the FBI did so by seizing computers involved in the hack. And by seizing computers, specifically servers involved in the hack, any other potential hackers or co-conspirators that are involved in these computers potentially also get taken down. But here's how this might, for example, work. Consider GoDaddy.com. If you go to GoDaddy.com, you can host a website. But not only can you host a website, you can host a forum. You can host email servers. You can host many different things. So imagine, instead of a GoDaddy, you have a black hat operation that operates out of some kind of warehouse somewhere with multiple servers set up, and they will act as your GoDaddy for you. Think of it kind of like a dark GoDaddy. Well, let's assume a dark GoDaddy was used for the Colonial Pipeline hack and subsequent Bitcoin rehacking. Russian forums are then set up to essentially host a forum in California in the Russian language to discuss potential hacks. At which point, some company named Darkside advertises its ransomware services, hence software as a service, which you may have heard of before in the media. But anyway, software as a service is essentially, software that you buy, and when you pay for it, you get the service. It's pretty simple. Except this time, the software is hacking software, and you are paying for a service subscription to be able to use this hacking software. And remember, ransomware is something where all of a sudden you open up your computer, you look, and you can't operate until you pay a ransom. So it's not you or your children who are taking ransom, but instead it's your computer that's taking ransom. And in order for you to recover your computer's data, you would have to pay a ransom. Well, anyway, now let's say Darkside advertises their ransomware services on these dark web forums that are set up, which are, of course, all now totally deleted because, well, the event is over. Anyway, now these ransomware services potentially gain exposure to hacker groups, and a hacker decides, you know what, we're going to hire Darkside. And Darkside works with the hacker at providing a service. The hacker installs the service by sending a malicious email link or other to a company, hacks into a company's servers. Once you have access to the network, all of a sudden all the internal IPs open up, and boom, you can start turning on and off switches and essentially take people's computers ransom. And this is where Darkside actually profits about 50% of the revenue of whatever fees are collected by the hacker. So the hacker gets free software, the hacker just has to be intuitive enough to plant it somewhere, while the hack software maker gets a 50% cut. Then, of course, after a successful hack, everybody takes their money, or as much as you can, and closes down shop, and operates as a completely new entity. But folks, it's important to remember that where this software is hosted is generally a server. And that could be an Achilles heel. And in this case, the Colonial Pipeline attack, this is how the FBI broke into and subjugated the hackers' networks to end up taking the wallet of the hacker. Now, this is just reportedly, allegedly. This is just information that was leaked to me. It could be wrong. It could be correct. We don't know. But it's worth considering. So in this case, you have a very unique result. Not only do you end up busting a criminal via busting their server, who is holding the private key, or that server which is holding the private key for stolen Bitcoin, but you have now cracked down on servers. And what do servers have? Not just one user, but many others. So potentially many other users end up falling victim to a ransomware counterattack by default. For example, consider 2020. Gavin Navigation paid $10 million to a ransomware attacker. You know you're just setting up for an attack like Colonial after paying $10 million to a hacker that hacks into Gavin Navigation. But anyway, now you set up a server, kind of like a GoDaddy. You host whatever you need, so you could set up forums and scripts. You try to disguise your Russian origin, and in the meantime, you go hack. Boom, boom, boom. Very well. And so, folks, what kind of documentation do we have of this? Well, we've got a little bit. The first thing we've got is a seizure notice. A seizure notice lets us know, well, it's essentially a warrant. It lets us know that somebody's funds are being taken. But we also, beyond just a seizure warrant, have a potential conversation with, allegedly, somebody in the FBI. Let's go ahead and pull it up if I could just press the correct button. There we go. Hello, sir. How is it going? Sorry, random question. This Colonial Pipeline hack ransom recovery, did they recover BTC through subpoena and exchange? That's the easy way. That would be the stupid way for a hacker to hide Bitcoin. But anyway. Or did they get access to the server? The server where the wallet was stored. This has been bothering me all day, says the individual here. Why has it been bothering you? You weren't involved in the hack, weren't you? Says this mysterious other person labeled. They found the wallet server, from what I was told. LOL, no. Just media playing it like they remotely hacked the wallet. Even BTC price dropped. But that's what I figured. They hosted wallet remotely and Fed seized the server that way. Thank you, GIFs. Well, now, all of this could be complete bogus. This entire message could be complete bogus. Maybe that's not what happened. Maybe it is true that a wallet was directly seized. Maybe this is all a clever FBI cover-up to hit up an influencer and suggest, hey, tell the story like this. Who knows? We won't know. But what we do know is this individual also sent me file documents with the Justice Department. But I'm going to go ahead and hide my phone because instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up my computer. And this is where when I literally go to justice.com, and I mean in theory anyone could have pulled this up, I could pull up, check this out, Darkside seizure warrant. I'm literally live clicking on this on justice.gov. See, look at that. Verify my URL. I kid you not. Go try it. Click. Boom. Seizure warrant. Wow. Powerful. Warrant to seize property subject to forfeiture. Any authorized law enforcement has the authorization to, or rather through this application by federal law enforcement officer or attorney for government, requests that certain property located in the Northern District of California be seized as subject to forfeiture to the United States of America. The property described as approximately 63.7 BTC. Subject funds accessible from the following cryptocurrency address. Subject address XXXXXX. And then, the rest of the address. I find the affidavit and any recorded testimony established probable cause. Ooh, that is the highest burden of proof standard in law enforcement to seize your rights. Anyway, establish probable cause to seize property. Folks, words mean things. Words have meaning. Establish probable cause. Big words. You are commanded to execute this warrant and seize the property on or before June 21st. In the daytime hours of 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Unless delayed notice is authorized below, you must also give a copy of the warrant and receipt for property taken to the person from whom or from whose premises the property was taken, or leave a copy and receipt at the place it was taken. United States Magistrate Judge Laurel Beeler, signed Judge Laurel Beeler, 6/7/2021 at 9:10 a.m. Well, folks, I have to say, this is a pretty damn interesting server because it has two potential meanings. One, it potentially means absolutely nothing. It potentially means bullshit. It potentially means absolutely nothing because it's totally fake. I have no idea. I cannot verify or confirm or deny these. Alternatively, it could be true. It could be true that the FBI did not secretly hack into somebody's crypto wallet, but instead they hacked into a server which hosted the forum for communication under which Darkside was hired, and under which also the, for some reason, crypto wallet with 63.7 Bitcoin was stored. I don't know. But folks, I leave it up to you. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you very much for watching, and folks, we'll see you in the next one.